Most people looking to put a red dot on their Springfield XD usually brace themselves for a massive headache or a huge bill. But this little optic tries to bridge that gap without making things complicated. It comes with a mounting plate that swaps out the rear dovetail, which is a nice touch because it saves you from having to hunt down separate parts just to get the thing seated properly. Now, keep in mind, this is strictly for the standard XD models. If you are rocking an XDS or an XDM, you are going to be out of luck here, so definitely double-check your specific firearm before getting too excited. What stands out right away is the top-loading battery compartment. It sounds like a small detail, but anyone who has had to pull their entire sight off just to swap a dead battery knows exactly why this matters. You won't have to re-zero your pistol every time the power runs low, which is a massive win for your ammo budget and your patience. The battery life itself is pretty respectable too. You are looking at about 2,000 hours on the brighter settings, and if you keep it on the lower end, it can stretch all the way to 30,000 hours. That is a lot of range time on a single CR2032. The dot itself is a 4 MOA size, which is a solid middle ground for quick target acquisition. It feels snappy when you are bringing the pistol up to eye level. One thing to be aware of is that this unit does not have an auto shutoff feature. It stays on until you manually click it off. Some people might find that a bit annoying if they are prone to forgetting things, but it does mean you have total control over when the device is active. It remembers your last brightness setting too, so you aren't blinded or left squinting every time you power it up. There is a night vision setting tucked away in there that is so dim it is basically invisible to the naked eye, which is a cool inclusion if you actually have the gear to use it. The build is aluminum, so it feels sturdy enough to handle the recoil without feeling like a brick on top of the slide. Honestly, for the price point, it does exactly what it says on the box. It is not trying to be a high-end tactical optic that costs as much as the gun itself, but for someone who wants to get into red dot shooting on their XD without jumping through hoops, it is a surprisingly straightforward piece of kit. It is not perfect, and the lack of an auto-off might be a deal-breaker for some, but if you are disciplined about your gear, it is a solid, no-nonsense way to get on target faster.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.